Welcome back to Video Games Are for Boys. This is our second episode. You have your co-host Simmer Things, myself, Shell So Random, Zombie Senpei, and unfortunately our fourth host, Mill A Minute, is not available this episode, but hopefully you get to meet her later on in the season. Though I will be bringing in some of her choices based on today's episode, which is called Who Let Us Create This Mess? We're going to be talking a little bit about build and creation based games, and hopefully you'll be able to connect to some of them because quite a few that we're talking about are pretty popular out there in the gaming space. Before we get into today's episode, my co-hosts, do we have any top of mind hellos, things going on in the world that you want to share?
Yes, just want to say welcome back, guys. So I'm just here chilling in my corner of the bed. So you're going to see me in very different angles every time these episodes come. But I'm so glad you get to be here again. I do a lot of variety. Always see me on Twitch and all the social medias, same name as Show So Random.
And how about you, Zombie?
Wear the thing, do the thing. Today I'm wearing green. I love a good green. And
Do you have green lipstick on too?
I do, because I'm also in my Shigo lipstick era, so it's just the top lip. Always.
Okay. Love. I almost thought about putting some makeup on today, but I'm a bit too lazy and I kind of feel like I don't remember how to do it. So I need to watch YouTube videos again so I know what I'm doing. That's how I learned to do them. Maybe
Same.
y'all will get some, makeup tips from us in the future, but let's get into build and creation games. So first, we're going to talk a little bit about This House is a Cry for Help. Each of us play games where we can build something or create something from scratch or use the creations that are made by others, typically called modders or custom content creators in the space of simulation games for sure. So I'm curious, and I want our audience to think about it too while they're listening. What are some wild builds or mods that each of us is seeing out in this space, whether it's from one set game or across multiple? Love to kick this off with Shell, because I feel like you might have some being a Minecraft player.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there has been so many amazing builds, honestly, especially someone who builds on Bedrock. Sometimes we can be very limited. So when I'm following videos, they'd be like, "Oh, you can put, a trap door and then put a pot of flour on top of it." Bedrock people, we can't do that. Okay, so so sometimes we kind of have to like almost like rig it a little bit very differently. Now, the one main house that I thought about really when what this one was a circle house, I recently seen someone actually shared it with me because they do know that I love building on Minecraft, and they know I do love to do challenges and stuff like that. So the circle house is actually something that I want to build. They actually had like a whole map they put on their Patreon. It was like, if you want the 3D design, it's only like $9. And I was like, yeah, I'll build this $9 because like each section is like so intricate. And I'm just like, I'm a little scared because I know how to build, like I barely learned how to build like what is the roofs? Roofs and me, whether it's Sims, whether it's Poly, whatever it like roofs are just not my friend. I'm trying to get better at the geometry of that part. But me and geometry is just it don't work right now. Like that's where that's where I'm at. It just won't work. So the circle house is definitely the build that I really do and that I really want to try in the future. And maybe y'all get to see it eventually. And I will literally tell y'all how that will go because I feel like that's gonna make me rage quite a bit. So
I feel like
yeah.
from the images you shared, and don't worry, those of you who can see us over on the video version of the episode, I'll make sure to drop that here.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow. It's so beautiful. Like, I was in awe of that.
Mhm.
And then
Yeah.
with the slow
Yeah.
motion, which slow-mo videos are common in Sims 2 for builders, but I had never actually stopped to sit and look at some Minecraft builds. Like, it's actually quite
Mhm.
soothing. Like, because it
Yeah,
reminds me
it
a
really
lot
is.
of Legos. And so, like, how people
Yes.
build with Legos in IRL. But the circle house
Mhm.
was gorgeous. I wonder how long
Yes.
it's gonna take you to build it based on, like, your comfort
Yeah.
and if you are gonna rage
Yeah.
out on it.
Yeah, I mean, so many builds take about, like, months, especially when I'm building villages. It was a lot easier to build around, like, when COVID era was happening because we weren't doing
Yeah.
anything anyway, so it was just, like, covering time. So yes, I'm very interested on how this will go, so, fingers crossed for people who's, like, watching and listening for
Please
me.
make that, like, one of your streams so I can come through and cheer you on and get, like, that,
Yes,
like,
thank you.
lo-fi vibe. If you put some lo-fi music on or if you wanna put some crunk music on too. I mean, it's a circa house, but you can
Yes,
still put
Imma
some
do a little bit of, like, some R&B, so, like, maybe some baby making music, get it going, get the chat started.
Well, another Minecrafter here is Zombie Senpai. Did you have another house as well, or did you want to talk about a Sims build?
So the
Zombie.
one that I'm talking about is the Sims build.
Okay.
I have seen some gorgeous, really impressive Minecraft ones, but I don't know if anyone else is a SpongeBob fan, but this
Me.
person remade the Krusty Krab. I was like, "Excuse me?" Like, they used some kinda, like, shell chair as, like, the clam sign, and I was like,
Mm.
"Now, come on." Like, oh, this is
Yeah.
really impressive. I was like, this is it." It looked exactly like the Krusty Krab. Like, they made Mr. Krabs' office,
Yep.
SpongeBob's kitchen, like, everything.
Yeah, you're talking about the build from Danielle Builds. They're a pretty prolific builder in the Sims community. Danielle's building has like continuously leveled up as they've been building in the Sims for I think multiple years. And they're a
Yeah.
full-time creator at this point too. But I don't
Mhm.
think I've seen too many people do a house or a building or something that's referential to a TV show or a cartoon. So I do find that impressive as well. And it kind of
Yeah.
makes me wanna go and,
Mhm.
like, make SpongeBob like Sims, like, make the comparison of them in The Sims so they can go
Yes.
and, like, have an episode at the daggone Krusty Krab because I loved SpongeBob in middle school and high
Yes.
school. It's so cool when you see creators build like that and also, like, just step out of their
Yes.
comfort zone with, like, "Here's a family house for The Sims. Here's a family
Mhm.
house for The Sims."
Yeah.
Yes.
I was
Well, no, I was gonna say that, so that same creator also was doing, like, a week of, making lofts. And
Hmm.
so she was playing a game of find the stairs to the loft and find the bathroom. And so like people were like analyzing these posts of the lofts that they made and trying to like find it, and like they have like secret walls, and behind the
Oh,
walls you have
wow.
the stairs, and I'm just like, I are we all playing the same game? I
Nope.
just need to know. Are we all playing the same game? Because whatever version of the game they're playing, I would like that version.
Yes.
Because when
Yeah.
I try to go
Drop that
build
power
it,
into me.
yeah. It does not come out like that.
I 100% agree. This is why She Me Her is not a builder in The Sims. I absolutely love finding y'all's builds out there because I can't put a set of stairs. Shelly, you were talking about figuring out how to do roofs in
Yeah.
Minecraft. I don't know how to put stairs down. I had a crash out on one episode on one of my streams where I was playing a LP episode. And I was like, oh, I need to put the stairs in here. They're missing or they're broken from this lot. And it took me forever. And the sim wouldn't go up. I was like, I'm over it. Forget it. I'm deleting this whole lot. I don't care. But to have it actually be intentional that there's hidden rooms and hidden stairs, it takes so much thought to go through like how to do that in The Sims. And I think most of the Sims builders are comfortable with extra mods, like the tool mod is very popular amongst Sims builders. I don't know if there's a comparison type of this helps you as a utility mod with Minecraft Shell and Zombie, so please let me know. But I think that also helps them make these wild builds as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there are certain mods like in Minecraft where you don't have to like make your own chair. There actually are mods that makes the furniture too.
Mhm.
So it does compare a little bit of those tools too. And most of them are free also. So it makes it easier for a lot of us who actually wants furniture and their stuff.
For
So
real.
yeah.
And speaking of builds for Sims, I tend to find the best ones on the gallery actually. Although Sims EA
Mhm.
gallery is pretty shit. It's constantly a little
Yeah.
funky to search through. I like to go there
Yeah.
for 98% of my builds. I do get plenty off of
Mhm.
Patreon from different creators, but one that I loved by another pretty prolific builder in the Sims community universe. His name is Frito Sorio. He built a exact replica of the Cathedral Metropolitan in Mexico City. And last summer,
Oh my gosh.
I was so geeked when I found it. Last summer, I was like, I will do videos. And so for one of my LPs, Zamina Michelson and Marquez Harris, they were engaged. I got them engaged at a really nice lot, a botanical garden version of some sort. And then I knew I wanted to have their wedding at something huge, something fabulous, because Zamina Michelson in my LP is a very rich, beautiful Black queen, fashion designer, money, money, money. And then her fiance is an ex-hood boy selling drugs, but now he in the music business and popping off over there. But I digress. So when I was like, oh, what type of theme? I even did Pinterest board and I was like, oh, Love Struck has come out and it's Ciudad Enamorada. And so I was like, oh, I want to honor Mexico City, which is what they fashioned the world after. So then I found this build because I knew I wanted it in a cathedral. And I was like, what are some cathedrals? And I went through looking and I picked like 5 from Google search and I was like, let's see if I can find them on gallery. And then I found his and I was like, this is it. It's beautiful. I loved it because he did 98% of that without any extra packs or kits, except for I think the castle one, which gives you like castle materials and structures and archways and stuff like that. But that was it. So that was one of the ones that I was
Okay.
just super impressed with. I was like, I have to have this.
People who can take the base game of Sims with none of the packs and make these absolutely stunning things. I'm just like, I have all of the packs and I can't do this. Like, wait. And that is why I need everyone to give up the secret, because what game are you guys actually playing?
Drop a tutorial, please.
Right.
Teach me your ways. Teach me your ways. Well, moving a little away from wild builds that we've come to adore across these 2 different games, I'm going to throw out, because Meal isn't here, but we share a love for some very adult mods in The Sims, 2 of which I'm going to talk about. And then the third is more of a utility one, but it's basically something EA should have built for The Sims themselves. But Wicked Whims and Basemental Drugs are 2 mods that you play with if you want more realistic style of play in The Sims 4. Wicked Whims allows you to be clap them cheeks. in all kinds of various ways, because the way that the mod works is that there's tons of animators for sexual interaction out there, and you have to go and pick what you want to add to your game, because Wicked Whims doesn't necessarily, as a mod, bring forth animations. You have to actually find the ones you want and add them to your game, and then they function because of the Wicked Whims mod. You also have other things like condoms and lube and ED medication. There's also realistic things like miscarriages, or heavy periods. There's peeping toms. There's so many different things you can do beyond just the sex animations. The other one, basemental drugs, is exactly as it sounds. It's all about drugs. Pretty much everything except for crack is in that LP, in that mod, which is
Oh
wild.
my gosh, I'm dead.
Yes, pretty much. You've got weed, you've got Molly, you got Xanny, you got Adderall. They have cocaine. They
Oh my
have
god. Not the
ketamine.
sugar booger or the book of sugar, whatever they
They
call it.
have
Like
all of it. They have every piece of drug you could possibly, again, except for crack.
oh my god.
And then you can be a drug dealer. You can be the drug customer. You can have police in the
That is
game who will
insane.
arrest you in different worlds if you have
Oh
multiple
my god.
expansion packs for multiple worlds in The Sims. And you can set legality of drugs in different areas. And then it also allows you to have more tobacco uses, like using it in your the hookah, because the game does have the hookah one. I think that comes with Get Together or one of the ones for going out.
Yeah.
Now you can do both more tobacco, but you could also smoke some weed, some purple haze or some OG Kush. Like, it literally has a name, and you
Wow.
can grow your weed. You can grow your own weed.
Oh my
It's
god.
fabulous. There's some other ones like lean is in there too. Syrup is in there. It's wild the level of
Oh my
specification
gosh.
that's gone into basemental drugs. It's fascinating. But those are
Get the
some.
one for the simmers.
Those are the two that I think are the wildest out of all the hundreds and hundreds of mods available for that game, because it's just like you really have to want to play with some realistic shit in your game, except for instead of like escapism being the driver and coziness being the driver, which anyone can have a blend of that or just one of either. I love them. Meal mentioned these two for her share, so I know that she loves them, and she's got some funny clips that will definitely drop for y'all over on the video side.
No, thank you. He said no, thank you. No, thank you. I don't know if we have one. We don't. We don't. Oh my god. Why did they go to the entryway though? Oh my god. Oh my god, there's so much happening.
They do require you to be 18 plus. So please don't go and get these mods if you're not 18 or older, because your parents should not be coming at these mod creators because you went on the internet and found this. This is
That part.
18 or older mods, these two. Have either of you played with them in your Sims gameplay?
No, but we have a friend that absolutely loves Wicked Whims. And
Yeah.
actually, she loves both. And we have just been sitting in VCs and watching her play. And then wild things happen. We're just like, what is happening? This is The Sims. That
You're
it
looking
is
like,
wild.
should we give them like their space? Like, what is happening here? Oh my god.
It
I was
sounds
like,
like your friend
I-
plays without streamer mode mod in as well.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, no streamer mode at all in there. And I'm just like, oh sweet goodness. I had to look around like, wait, let me make sure no kids are around me. while this is happening. Like,
I'm
so,
constantly playing on stream, so I always generally have streamer mode mod in unless I'm making content for my Sims Boudoir Patreon page where it's pay only 18 plus to see my Sims photography of my Sims. But
Ayo.
that's
Yeah.
when I
love that.
generally have it off. But y'all are playing raw? Your friend is?
Absolutely.
yeah, no, she is literally playing raw everything. Like some of the things that be happening, I was like, oh, I was like, man, are we watching porn at this point? Because it feels like we're watching porn.
Basically. To even get the animations, you got to go to a site called Lovers Lab. I just stick to the rivers and the lakes that I'm used to, and I go to the most popular people and that are not that wild. E404P is one of the most popular animators over there because he or they make really great, like realistic sexual interactions versus some of them are just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And you will get banned.
He has those. She has those. The ones that are like, "What? I'm sorry." They were doing some things that I was just like, "What is the physics of this? Like, what?"
Yes! Yes! There are animations that are made that you're like, this isn't even physically possible. A man must have made this animation because this is so unrealistic. But yes, those are wild ones. And there's another important use with Wicked Whims that for people who do is it machinima? Is that how you say that? I always get confused. Machinima. Where they have the Sims talking and they stage all of
I
that.
don't know what it's called.
Machinima.
Yeah.
It might be machinima, but you can also use Wicked Whims for posing your Sims for pictures or for that. So that's one other like non-sexual use for the mod, and you can turn off all the sex stuff. So you do get that option. They don't make all the freaky shit a requirement.
But okay, so I wasn't gonna talk about this, but now that you've opened the door, I'm gonna just slide on in and also say that if you are the type of person and you're just like, oh, well, that sounds right up my alley, but you don't play Sims, if you play Stardew and you head over to Nexus Mods, it's X Stardew Valley. Literally, they changed the S to an X. And yeah, it's about the same. You get to sleep with the villagers in public places. There are also additional mods you can find for naked bodies and stuff like that.
Oh my
I will definitely get you the link for the X Stardew, but I
knew
wasn't
y'all
gonna
farmers
share
were
that.
freaky. I knew y'all farmers were
I know, right?
Yeah.
Now, what I will say, because I haven't played with this mod, but a friend has played with this mod, is that the dialogue, because I did go back and like look at some of the dialogue, definitely written by a man. So for if you are wanting something a little bit more, definitely download some dialogue mods with it so that it doesn't feel like a very bad porno written by a man.
Oh my God.
Stardew sexcapades. I cannot
Right.
believe this. I'm learning this myself. Y'all Stardew players are
Yeah.
freaky. Not just
Freaky as
simmers.
ever.
Okay. Let's move into talking about things that should be illegal in these creation games, but they're technically not. While we were just talking about that additive mod for Stardew Valley with The Sims, as I mentioned, you could download your own animations from people who've created them on a site called Lovers Lab. There are some people's animations that will come with real human sex sounds.
Oh,
So, yep.
What?
And if you're not careful when you're downloading them, because you just like, oh, I like this one creator and they have a bunch, I'm going to get all their animations. Some of their animations might have custom sex audio. And so your Sims will be And you'll all of a sudden hear the voice of like a porn actress screaming, "Oh, oh, oh!" It's so weird. Or slurping, like real life slurping, not random Simlish. Real life slurping will be happening. So that feels like something
my
that
God.
should be illegal, but it's a possibility with the animations when you add them with Wicked
Oh.
Whims.
That is insane.
It will catch you
Oh
off
my
guard if
God.
you're not used to that particular animation for sure. Like all of a sudden you'll hear,
Oh my
"Ow,
G.
ow, ow."
I think we're gonna
Oh
tell our
my
friend about this so
God.
she can add it to hers. So we can get the full experience when she shows
Girl,
us.
it's already wild over there. Why would you tell her?
I'm totally telling her.
Oh my gosh. Oh Lord. Not her you giving her ideas. Thanks.
Go
Like
big or go
I'm already
home. She needs the full
I'm already
set.
blushing half the time that she's playing these things. I'm like, I don't know if I should be watching this.
It's worse. There's some stuff. Now,
Oh.
this is the stuff on that Lovers Lab side, not the Wicked Whims creator. Who that mod was made by a creator called Turbo Driver. But over on Lovers Lab, anyone can make animations that will comply with the Wicked Whims mod. There's no restriction in that. But there are weirdos out there who will make things like bestiality.
Oh.
Now, bestiality is
That's
illegal in real
insane.
life, but it ought to be illegal for this fucking game, because why would you make that animation? Why can't it just be human to
Why? Like
human?
that's disgusting. I can't understand people at all. Like, why would you? Insane.
Stop
Insane.
making your
I am
face.
so glad I do not see
Stop
that
making your
world.
face.
I'm so glad I don't see that side of the world. Like, I'm so happy that I mind my Black-owned business and do not see this side. So, because what? Ain't no way. I thought the Wicked Wizards words, but not yet. And y'all get help. Get therapy. That's what you really need at this point.
There's always
Like,
someone to mess it up
oh my
for
God.
those who are being responsible with a mod like this. But that's a separate animation
No.
not built into the game. You would have to literally download
Oh
it
my
and
God.
add it to your game.
I can't even right now. I can't. Like that should stay illegal, actually. That should stay illegal.
We're
Please
gonna
ban them.
get a petition started for animal shelters
Today.
to ask you to
Right.
submit your files from Sims because
And you can't
FBI
adopt
open
anybody.
up.
Exactly.
FBI
Exactly.
open up.
Exactly. Those are the
Because-
people they need to be looking at. Right there.
No,
Right
for real.
there.
Facts.
The next
my
one
God.
that I was going to share is not as extreme as that one, but it's still like, okay, I feel like this should be illegal in the game. It's Peeping Tom. So you can have a Peeping Tom or a Peeping Tina, and they'll basically come to your house whenever your Sims start to unty with Wicked Whims, and you've got animations running from in the in the queue of your activity with your Sim. And they'll come to a window, any window. It doesn't even need to be a window that's in your bedroom if y'all are having your Sims hunched in a bedroom. And they'll start looking through the window, and then they'll pull their pants down and do stuff. Watching
Wild.
you.
That is
Yep.
absolutely
Oh
wild.
my God, that's what Peeping Tom
Yes,
is?
that's what Peeping Tom is. Now, the funny thing is, people will generally send their Sim outside to beat up Peeping Tom or Peeping Tina, and you might see those on TikTok videos. But the crux of that is that they showed up to watch your Sim hunch outside of your home. They were watching you.
Well, now I know why they choose violence towards them, because some be like pew pew in a little bit of them. I was like, God dang, what do he be doing? But now that I now know that I have not used Sims in my full potential, and I'm actually pretty upset about that at this point. Like,
It's like a dark web over there. It's a dark web over there.
it really is. It really is. Because what?
I hate to be that
That's
person, but
insane.
I would let them watch. Because
Oh my
You can
God.
also invite them to join.
yes! Yes!
Shell, your face is horrid.
Insane. I'm sorry. I know my facial expressions are so insane, but I don't even know how to hide it anymore. I'm just like, my brain is like, girl, what?
Yeah, you can
Like,
also invite them to watch. It's wild over there. But I do believe there's a chiller. It should be illegal that you had to share zombie. What was that? What was it?
Mine was so innocent. I just felt so bad for Sims once I realized that you can die from embarrassment in The Sims. I was like, what?
oh,
Baba. Oh. Oh.
This poor man, he's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. But another Sim went to the bathroom before him. So when he went in there, they're like, get out. And so he's like standing out like in the hallway, like about to pee his pants, and he does. And his friends that also live with him start laughing at him, and he literally just falls to the floor and dies. I was like, please, that is so wrong.
oh my God. That is
Like
insane.
we
That is
we've all
completely
had
insane.
embarrassing moments, and then for the sim to just you could just lose your sim because they got embarrassed is crazy.
I think those are the most funniest deaths in The Sims, really. Especially if they haven't bathed in a
That is
while and they're
insane.
embarrassed by their own hygiene and then they die from being funky.
That is crazy.
That is insane, actually. That is really insane. I didn't think you can die from that, from embarrassment. I'm actually happy that I haven't gone through that because, your Sims usually die in the most unpredictable way and you be already pissed, but die from embarrassment, child, I would not be saving I'm like, there's no way I'm saving my
Restart.
smile because I'll be pissed.
Sims have
And
no survival skills.
Yeah,
well, that's also a base
none.
game death for those who don't know The Sims. Like, you don't need a
Yeah.
mod for that. Like, you can literally just play the game base level and
That
still
is
die from
so,
embarrassment. Another one
oh my
who I don't
gosh.
know who brought this one up. Was it Shell or Zombie dying by the
Hmm.
pool? But that's
Hmm.
more like mischievous.
Yes,
Sim God, aka the
that's
player,
more
has to do
mischievous.
it.
Yes.
Go ahead, Shell.
So, sometimes you get to make your Sims friends as your friends as Sims or whatever. And I had a good group of people. I didn't get to record any of this, but like one of my friends' Sims just did not cook well. I mean, I put his cooking levels up high and everything. He would just always burn. And I was trying my best to not do the cheat thing where you can add money and things like that. I was trying to save our money, but like the insurance and try to replace the stove every time. I got so tired. I was like, you know what? Today you gonna die, like in the pool, gonna get tired. So I took away his ladder and he was swimming so much that he tired himself and died in that pool. And I feel like that should be illegal for killing your Sims easily like that. So, but I was like, so my friend came back. He was like, "Hey, what happened to my Sims?" I was like, he died in the pool. I didn't tell him exactly that I did, and when he hears this, he gonna be shocked to, to know. Sorry, Gio. But yeah, your sim died because of me because I took away your ladder. I was over you. Like, please do not catch my house on fire, especially when it's pretty. Okay, that house took forever, so I think that's really illegal to
When
do.
people
Yeah,
put the wall up as
yeah,
well around the pool, I'm like, it's extra, but
yeah,
still, like, it's
yeah,
hilarious. I've had someone
yeah. Where they
Yeah,
can't
I've
climb
had
out.
a sim die in the
Mhm.
pool, but I wasn't intending it. I was throwing a party at a Sims rental, like the vacation rentals, and my sim had literally just gotten engaged to him earlier in the day. And I guess he was so tired, and I was too
Oh.
busy playing her and her sister and interacting with all the house guests that were there for the party. And he got in the pool. I didn't tell him to do that. And then the next thing I look up, the notification's like, so and so has died, and I'm like, oh my god, no, he just proposed to my sim
Yeah.
today. And then I was like, where is he? Where did he die? Because it's a big party that I had a bunch of people there for. And I'm like,
Yeah.
where is he? Where is he? He wasn't a part of my household, so I couldn't like click on him as a playable character. But then I was like
Mm.
looking by the pool, and I'm like, why is there a bag here? And then I hovered over it and I was like, oh my God, he drowned in the pool.
Oh my God.
I think somebody clipped that for
Oh
me too.
my
I'll definitely have to
gosh.
share that.
That's amazing,
very
actually.
upset.
That's actually pretty
I was very
funny
upset.
and sad at the same time.
You know what?
Great.
So in the reverse of that, though, one of our friend that plays The Sims, she used to stream and she had crowd control. I don't know if you know what that
Mhm.
is. So me, I'm sorry, if I see you streaming and you have crowd control, just know that I have money. I have adult money, and I'm a little sadistic. I'm sorry. I think
She is a menace, okay? Do not have crowd control around her. She is a menace.
she was so attached to the main characters in her Sims. And I was like, if you're attached to them, why did you allow crowd control? Because you can kill Sims with crowd control.
Yep.
They'll just drop. And so I was like, I pushed it, and it's random Sims. So you can't pick, but it's random. So I clicked it 3 times. And both of her main characters dropped. And do you know, I don't remember what she did, but she, like, I don't know, like, haggled with death or something like that, the Grim Reaper.
Yeah, with the Reaper.
And she saved them both. Both of them.
They had good rapport.
No, I was mad. I was like, that should be illegal. Because how did I just spend to kill them and you just saved them both?
I love that for her.
She was so happy. I was ready to flip my desk. I was like, that shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah, I would never let crowd control in on one of my beloved LPs. Couldn't be me. But I did have a nursing home one where I invite my community to give me an elder to put into the nursing home, and my sim self would scam them out of their social security checks and give them no food or give them no access to a bed.
Not the elder abuse.
Oh my gosh. What is wrong with y'all? I feel like mine's is more wholesome than what y'all doing. Like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
No.
Sorry, like, seriously, guys, what is wrong with y'all?
Don't even
starve. They just couldn't get to the main kitchen. They had to use the little like college fridge to make like pasta or instant noodle type thing. And then they were also very frisky old people. They were hunching each other. But that would have been the LP where I would have let them do crowd control because, of course, they're old. They were dying at any given time. They were elders. It was hilarious to play that one. It was called Out to Pasture. That was the name of the.
That is an insane name.
That is actually a very insane
Also, I know
Oh
that
my
you're
God.
saying that, we're wild for this show, but also, once you get a PC, right, and you get opened up to the world of these mods, I want to see what you download and what you do, because I think everyone started out with such good intentions. I'm going to download these mods, and I'm going to do so good for my Sims. And then the next thing you know, you need drama. You need action, and you need to figure out how to make these Sims' lives a little bit crazier.
That's definitely me.
That's insane.
But to end out with this particular episode, so y'all don't go and call the FBI on us, we'll talk about delusional designs that we've seen, because we are talking about building and creation games this episode. I'd love for us to touch on a build that, says a lot about our personalities. I know we've talked about Minecraft and Sims in this particular episode. So to keep that vibe going, mine for personality, which I think you can see how mods play into my personality a bit. But there's a Simmer, her name is Bonnie the Simmer, and she does builds, but she also does story and a bunch of other great content around The Sims and other simulation games. But she had built this build called Contressa Villa, and it's actually supposed to be in like Tartosa, which is with the Wedding Stories EP or game pack. But I put it in Glimmerbook, which is the one that comes with the Magic EP or game pack. So I put that build in. And then I love decor. So I did change a lot of decor in the home, but she's such an amazing high luxury builder. I didn't need to change too many fixtures. Everything else is like custom content, furnishings, and decor items. And it looks exactly the way that I would want my home to look if I were a millionaire sim or a millionaire in real life. So it's one that definitely fits my decor style and my like, you have to be rich to be in my neighborhood. Like, I want to be secluded away from you in my own bubble. And then it's a home that's being used by Zamina Michelson and Marquez Harris from My Michelson's LP. And it's their newlywed home that they purchased together. I think it cost them, after I put so much CC in there, that was very expensive. Probably like 999,000 simoleons. But they had it. That
Jeez,
was light work. It was
Okay.
light work for them.
that's beautiful.
Wow.
I want to see this.
Ooh, this is nice. Girl, this all that you do right here?
It's such a gorgeous build and decor. I love it. What about y'all? Do y'all have any that represent your real life personality?
I think for me, especially when it comes to Minecraft, I've done a lot of cottagecore looks and stuff like that. And I tend to build a lot of villages sometimes. And I think that goes with my personality because I love having like a community that feels like they are at home, like they're relaxed, that they're at peace, like there's like no type of like chaotic things. And with a lot of my builds, like there's always lights around because in Minecraft at night, there's a zombie around, there's a creeper or something where my village every time it's always safe, like to be outside, you're not getting attacked unless you're going on the outside. So I think that really goes to my personality for people to feel
Don't
safe
leave the
around me.
village.
And I know that's like, like don't leave the village or you. I can't protect you out there, but I got you in here. Okay, we got some things to protect you. Okay, I got weapons. I got
It's
bombs. I
reminding me
got
of Walking
everything that will
Dead.
keep.
You remember when they were in
Yeah,
that community with all the houses?
yeah. Yes, exactly. Like outside of that, you don't want it. I can't protect you out there, but you're safe in here. So I think that goes off my personality of keeping people safe and stuff like that.
I
So yeah.
love that. What about you, Zombie?
So this is, yeah, it's gonna sound exactly like me. So uh I actually saw a build by Mr. Matt Ranger over on YouTube where he made this little witch hut. Very cottagecore, very beautiful. It's got like a curly Q at the top. It's
Mhm.
like it looks like a witch's hat on top, but it's in like almost like mushroom colors. And then he like built out the like the swamp and everything around it. And I just imagine that. And then inside like dark Victorian cottagecore like furniture because like that's basically who I am. I'm very like uh I love dark colors. I love like the old like gothic Victorian.
Yeah.
But I'm also very cottagecore, trying to go like live in the forest, collect mushrooms, be a cottagecore lesbian, like that sounds great. Um with just a little darkness in there.
Mm.
And I love that. And it is a really impressive build. Like again, I ask, are we all playing the same game? Uh but he did a really good job on it. And yeah, it's gorgeous.
love that video too. It was super cute. It reminded me of like my mini favorite RPGs that I love, where you can actually like own a house or build a house in the game outside of going through the missions and getting to the final stages. Like you can actually put items in your chest and stuff, like a
Mhm.
little, like you said, a witch's hut. But like building in RPGs doesn't always happen. It's
Yeah,
usually like a makeshift home that already exists or whatever.
yeah, it's gorgeous. But also so I'm just thinking about it. I love when like we can take designs across games.
Mm,
If anyone out there can remake this but in Tiny Glade, you have you heard of Tiny Glade? It's the new like design builder game. It's I've seen some really pretty things from it. But so it's just the whole objective of the game is just to build houses and villages and all types of stuff like that. Uh and it's gorgeous. Uh so I would love to see, because I see
yeah.
that community slowly growing, and I would love to see them take some of these insane like Minecraft builds and turn them into the Tiny Glade builds. Like that'd be cool.
I can definitely see that happening. I feel
Mhm.
like where Stardew Valley misses out on that is that you can't really, from my knowledge, build outward in these larger structures. You can create at a singular level and maybe with different like mods for like swamps with different pretty colors and stuff like that, or different locations with different colors and layouts. But
Mhm.
the building outward is always something I think is important in a builder creation game, because it
Mhm.
does allow the player, us, to really show our personality and our taste levels and challenge ourselves to some of these amazing builds that we've talked about across Minecraft as well as The Sims 4.
No, I'm glad you said that, because literally I love Stardew Valley, but that's the only thing it's missing, is if we could do more customizable, like how we build our farms out and how we decorate our characters. Like if we could get more of that stuff, it's not outside of the realm
Mhm.
of possibility for him to add more cosmetic things, more building things for us. So everyone quickly pull him up on Twitter, because that is where he is most active, and please tell him we want more building
Mhm.
things.
I feel like that's going to be the case for
Basically, yeah.
Enzo as well as Paralives. And I don't know if any of those grocery sims allow you to like really get customized with some mods and stuff too. But when you do give that level of personalization and customization to your players, they are always going to come in and show off their personality, because it's a space where they don't have to think about limited resources, as far as like real life tangible money or being permitted to do something, as you need permits to build in real life. So
Mhm.
it's like your imagination can fully be expansive versus like constricted, as the real world does make things like building and creating in most parts of life.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
That's too damn bad! You keep digging!
Well, excuse me.
I hope that y'all listening and watching enjoyed this episode. We could go on and on about Sims and Minecraft builds, I'm sure, as well as mods. But if you need any suggestions, make sure you check out the description on video or with the actual podcast location to some of the links we're going to share. And hopefully you enjoyed some of the little clips that I've dropped throughout this video episode for those watching over on good old YouTube. Before we head out from this episode on Who Let Us Create This Mess, any ending words, parting farewells until next week's episode?
Yes, those who do still bestiality, get some help. I'm just kidding. But thanks for being here, guys.
I mean, I
Thanks
second
for
that.
listening,
I
watching us.
second that. The poor animals. Jesus.
No, definitely third that. But in that same breath, as long as you are not harming children or animals or anyone else, let your freak flag fly. Enjoy those mods responsibly.
In the privacy of your own home.
Right, and in the privacy of your own home. But share with your Discord friends because you know that they want to see too.
All right, this has been Video Games Are for Boys. We look forward to seeing you next episode. Bye.